Though it's that time of the year again, hard to believe we've got the breeding season just upon us, and it's a bit of a regular occurrence each year, a stallion parade here at your local racetrack at Geelong.
I think we've just lit up people's screens back at home with all this red. Yes. You look resplendent, lads, can I say? Great opportunity. We did the same with Toorak Toff, who you'll see in a moment in the mounting yard when we launched his stallion career, to show the local market, and thankfully through racing.com a wider audience than that. Our stallion strength down here in this neck of the woods, it's a bit easier for those farms in the Hunter Valley to pull together and get a big parade day going, or a parade weekend, and even in Nagambie there's a big weekend where a few of the studs join force, but little lonely soldier down here in Geelong, so it was a good chance, and thanks very much to racing.com for providing us with the opportunity. And as you can see, Nostradamus.
Anthony, how have the horses been today? It's been very windy and wild out there. The stallions, how have they been coping with it all?
Well, they've been pretty good. They've loaded up well at the farm. We had to do a couple of laps extra than anticipated because of the wet weather and the inclement weather, and running a little late here with races, with the smart decision to delay the first. So they're handling it okay. And as you can see there, Nostradamus, he's an old pro because he's still in racing mode himself. He's only been off the track since the Goodwood, where he ran a brave race, and before that he won the Group 3 Irwin Stakes. So he's handling himself with great aplomb. So it'll be interesting to see when we get a bit of vision of Toorak Toff, whether he suddenly lights up his... Oh, there he is. He's up on his toe, as you would expect, I suppose, back at the racetrack for the first time in about 5 years.
Must be quite exciting at times, going back to Nostradamus, getting him into his first season straight off the racetrack. He won several Group 3 races. He's got a terrific pedigree. I'm sure the interest has been strong for him.
It's been really good. I've been pumped with the interest for Nostradamus. He's Medagliadoro's second best son in the Southern Hemisphere, behind Vancouver. I don't think that's any mean feat. I don't mind mentioning... don't usually mention opposition stallions, but when you're talking about a horse like Vancouver, it's not bad to be the second best son of Medaglia. He was a very good two-year-old, fast two-year-old himself. He was a boom horse, one-time Golden Slipper favourite. He won up the straight as he liked in his first race start at Flemington, beating Stratum Star, and through his career he beat multiple Group 1 runners through those victories. He didn't get that Group 1 victory, Nostradamus, but beating horses like Malagrira, Wanjana, Hampton Court, Delectation, Hello Crown, Earthquake, the quarterback. I mean, he's been mixing it with the very best horses and beating those names home in races at the highest level, or near enough to. It provides a really good sounding board for a good stallion. And then you mentioned his pedigree, being a half-brother to Star Witness, gives him every chance, and a father like Medagliadoro.
And he's got a good temperament by the look of it, plenty of size. I mean, he'd be a versatile sire in terms of the types of mares that he attracts.
Absolutely. He is out of a line hunter mare, but that Danehill back in the female part of the stallion's pedigree is nicking okay with Danehill line mares, so that's nothing to be feared, I suppose. But as you can see, he's a $500,000 yearling picked by Hawks Racing. They know how to pick him, don't they? He is a smashing looking type that will suit a lot of mares. Interestingly, when we went to advertising point, he was 15.3. He's literally 15.3.5. He's still growing, so he'll get to 16 hands. But you'll see in all our literature we've advertised him correctly at 15.3. But he's nearly nudging the stick at 16 hands now. So he's got a beautiful size, beautiful balance about him, and I just love his athleticism.
It looks an exciting prospect. And Toorak Toff got an interesting runner tomorrow. We saw Rock and Roll Rock win here recently. You know, we got the story that day, but a lot of that progeny doing really well too.
Yeah, we're really excited about Toorak Toff and his start to his career. We always felt that he was going to be a horse that he was going to produce horses, more 3-year-old miler types, to be honest, and he looks a little like a 3-year-old miler himself. So to have 4 winners out of just 13 starters and be batting at 31% winners to runners, that's the second best in the country for first season stallions. And you can put all sorts of stats together, but I reckon you want to start with having a winning horse. Yes. So if you can have 4 of them come out and win, and there's been another couple of place getters on top of that, and there's some nice horses being set for some really nice races. Pop being a last start 5th in a Group 1 race in the Champagne Stakes. Clint McDonald tells me it's headed on an Oaks campaign, and Danny O'Brien's got Wongala for us that ran 6th in the Reduced Choice Stakes at its only start. It's also heading sort of Wakeful Oaks way. So So Luke Oliver's got a nice one. We've got some. So yeah, I think he's doing a really good job for an outcross stallion that he's had 100 mares his first 3 seasons. So there's lots of runners out there to bring home the bacon for those breeders that want to jump on board at just the $8,000, and they might even get a deal. If they mention your name, Clint, they can get a deal. How does that sound?
You've heard it first on racing.com.
Mytho, just quickly before we go to a break in our next race, we haven't seen Starcraft today, but he was a terrific racehorse, and he's on your property as well as another stallion.
He is. We just with the time restraints, they tightened us up for time, so Starcraft safely back in his box. But at $6,000 plus GST, he is as cheap as chips. He sold a yearling, or sorry, a 2-year-old at the Hong Kong sale this last 6 months for 1.5 million. He sold yearlings for 180,000 this year, 300,000 last year. You know, get in at $6,000. He's been an old war horse, Starcraft, and proven horse. Gets you a sales horse, can get you a runner. His stats are phenomenal. Hong Kong love them. You know,
they do.
The traders love those Hong Kong, those Starcraft horses. So fingers crossed. He's still got a few bullets to fire as well.
And you've always also got all these Vobis and Gold Vobis attractions as well, which is such a great thing here in Victoria, isn't it?
No doubt about it. And obviously they're all Vobis and at the minimal fee to Vobis register any progeny by a stallion. So thanks, guys. It's been terrific.
Thank you.
Best of luck for the upcoming breeding season. There you go, Anthony Mithen joining us from Rosemont Stud. We're going to take a look at the next race, a market update firstly with Ben.